This is another companion video to go with the DSPIRA astronomy activity called Modeling the Earth's Motion Around the Sun. There's a lot of opportunity for the students to do manipulations in here. The models are very important. So we'll kind of get right down to where they have this display of the Earth's orbit around the Sun. The center of the galaxy is towards the top of the page, which is we're building towards being very important for this chain of activities. So we're just going to try to look at a couple of these things being created. There is an example in here. There's a 6 centimeter long line, which is part of the activity, as wide 6 centimeters. And this is broken, this vector is down and to the right. And we have the horizontal component, which is to the right along the x-axis in this case. And we're going down along the y-axis or vertically on the page. So some of that vocabulary kind of gets past the students. So it's good for review. So let's just take this protractor and bring it in here. There's a copy of the protractor on one of the pages that you can have access to, or maybe you have circle protractors in your school already. The zero line is at the bottom. That'll be explained in the activity. So you want to line the protractor up so that it's like so. Let's just zoom in a little bit. I see things a little bit better in here. So we're going to mark at 111 degrees and 200. Once the students have the protractor in this position, they can mark all 6 dots. So 111 degrees, making a judgment call on that. Plop a dot down on there. 200 degrees, plop a dot there, and okay. Get the protractor out of the way and bring in the ruler. So the tangent line, it's always a bit of a trick. It's good for a little bit of a review. Maybe you want to have them practicing drawing circles and tangent lines with protractors on their own ahead of time before they get into this space. But zooming back out a little bit, you want that ruler to touch in one place, so you're making some judgments. You're coming in, is it touching? No. Depends on how finicky you want to be about it. There's obviously the opportunity for math computations here, but the centimeters will be 6 long, and this ruler is the scale in this thing. Each square is 1 centimeter in size if you print it at 100% for the students. So we want to come in and we want to draw a line. I'm going to save the arrowheads for this demonstration. We'll just draw a line. There we go. Bring it over. You have a choice. You can just leave the dot as the last thing you see. The last one, I see if I could take the ruler and just touch the dot without touching the circle is at one point. I guess I could come in this way. The last thing I should see is the circle. So once again, a judgment call on that. We can go in and draw another line. 6 centimeters long. Put down. There we go. I roll out of the way. I have my 2 arrows. Okay, so now with each of these lines, we have to turn a right triangle with x and y coordinates, or what would eventually be tangential and radial, but we won't worry about that too much. Go in here, just kind of make sure that everything's along the grid lines that we have, like so. And we'll draw another line. Okay with that one. We'll come in and draw another line. Obviously, I'll be using pencil. Be a lot easier. And one last line. So they'll end up with 6 of these triangles. For the activity, we're only really interested in the component that's either away from the center of the galaxy or towards the center of the galaxy. And if we start adding arrows on that, that'll start to show up. And so eventually they're going to want to get in here and just, okay, so just kind of line that up and measure that like there. So that looks like it might be 2.2 centimeters there, and that's negative, it's going down. Now this one looks like it might be in the range of 5.4 centimeters. Once again, a judgment call with a ruler. Okay, those numbers are going to go over to the chart, and it'll all end up like that. So just a little bit of a hint on how to work with that, demonstration for making those things happen. Hopefully you found this video helpful.